Hello again, everyone. I was asked by a friend of mine to make her a wedding acceptance card, and she showed me the invitation, and it was quite a large thing with all the information, blah de blah, but it had got wildflowers all around the outside. And she said, in fact, they said you could scan a QR code and reply online, but she said she really wanted to send an actual card. So I thought to myself, how can I do this and get the wildflowers in? One of the ones was a buttercup, and I was, made to think of this set from Sizzix and 49 and Market of a buttercup. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I will take my stamp to the computer. I will make, I'll draw a square the size of my panel that I'm going to put on the front of the card, so I can arrange it so that I can put the words in where they'll fit. I have the screen on my computer set so that the size I see is the exact same size as my piece of card, as A4. On my particular computer, it's set to 118%. My last computer was a different number. You just have to kind of, I go up to the screen with my piece of paper and do this business. So that's what I did. I took a picture of what I did here. I don't know if you can see this. But this blue square that I drew first of all is the exact size of this die. Okay, if I'd put that against the screen, well, it did do, it fitted exactly. So then I held up my stamp where I would like it within that square, and then drew a couple of text boxes and put the words into the text box. So this one is actually 2 text boxes, so that I could put the date really close up with the names. And I put the date in Roman numerals. I just think it looks less, common. So that's that. So then I removed the blue square, removed the lines from around those the 3 text boxes and printed it. And this is what I came up with. So here's my die. It's going to go kind of like this, and this is going to go kind of like that. I may put a butterfly in. There's a butterfly here. I may do that. I don't like this. That one might be fine, but it's got various layers. This stamp has various layers, so that you can do whatever you like, really. But when I do the layers, I kind of like to do it backwards, because this is going to be the colour, and I like the line. This is a line one on the top. So I think probably the first thing I'm going to do is to cut out my front panel, and then I'll be able to use it in a stamping platform so that I can get my positioning accurate for the over-stamping with the various stamps in the set. So I'll just go to my large machine now and cut this out. I've cut out my panel. I've printed it, cut it out, and I'm just sort of arranging where I want the flowers to be. I want to print this, stamp this top one first, but it's the other one that's more important for position. So if that's about there like that, I want that like that. So that just surrounds the delighted to accept bit. So let's pick that up with the platform, and we'll start to think about doing a bit of inking. Now, this one, I don't know quite how they ink this or whatever, but I'm going to use various colours on here just see how we go. Let me just see, what colours are we going to have? I quite like the pink, but which pink? A couple of pinks, maybe. Shall we try Saltwater Taffy? Maybe a bit of tattered rose, bit of worn lipstick. Let's try these two. Worn lipstick and Saltwater Taffy. Right, let's do a little bit of this first of all. Looking at that, we've got the things at the top. Up there. Let's try that first of all. Okay. Let's try a bit of the worn lipstick, which is just a little darker. That was the emergency call from my husband to come and help him in with the shopping. So the shopping is in. He can't get up the stairs with his stick and the shopping. So he needs one hand to hang on and one hand on his stick. So there we go. Let me put a little bit of water on this just to mist. Right, let's try that. That's quite nice. Just blended that in beautifully. Right, let's start on the stems now. I'll just clean off this. And for the stems, I think we will I have a fancy for shabby shutters and peeled paint. Let's try that. May use a little bit of Rustic Wilderness as well, but we will see. Let's just do this bit first. Okay, that's the shabby shutters. A stamp platform is the ideal thing if you want to do this kind of watercolour stamping. I'm going to wipe this off because I just don't want to get the other stamps contaminated with a different colour. That was shabby shutters. Now let's do some peeled paint. Just in places. I think I'll put just a mist of water on that as well. Just one spray. Okay. That's fine. And then we'll do a little bit of this Rustic Wilderness. The first time I ever saw anybody doing any watercolour stamping, it was in a paper mill shop, and she had water-based markers, and she was just drawing on the stamps with that. And I was fascinated. I thought it was just so clever. Let's put a bit on there. Get up the stem a little bit. Up there. I could always get out some markers and have a go with that. Cleo uses the water-based ones when she comes to do colouring. Let's have a look at that. No, I think that's okay. So now I'm going to change stamps, and the other one, I think as I printed in black, I'm going to use black for that. Okay, where's my stamp? Here it is. Let's try and get this positioned accurately, where the bits go over each other. Might have to move this out a little bit just to make room for that leaf. It can go off the edge. That kind of looks okay, I think. Right. Pick it up. Let's do this in VersaFine, I think. think I'll do that again. Okay, now just think, let me get out my watercolour markers. Now let's just do a little bit of something. Let's try in here. Okay, let's just try. What was this one like? Have we tried this? That's a nice one. Tone down that bit a little bit. That one wasn't so good. Okay, let's try a little bit with the pinks. I think that'll probably do, but I am going to do my old favourite and do a little bit of shimmer. I have to be careful with this because they are water-based, you can see, to keep making sure I can keep it clean. Let's just put some on the greens. Now, do we have a butterfly? I wonder. The butterfly doesn't have the overprint. It is simply a butterfly. Actually, there is a bit more here. I wonder if I should try a bit of this. This one fits kind of like that, oddly. Oh, and that bit's up there as well. Well, let's try a bit of that one. Let's just see what we can do. I should have done it before I did this one. So not to worry, we'll just see how we go. Right. Which green shall we do for that? Peeled paint, I think. Maybe a big mistake. It's fine. That is absolutely fine. Right, do I do a butterfly? There's that. I don't know what that is. I think that's just a splat. This is the butterfly I was thinking of. Maybe up there. Is that for that? I don't know, it might be. Let's just do the butterfly. I think we'll have a couple of shades of pink for this. Put this around the tips of the wings. And then we'll just give a little water, a little spritz on that. Okay. The thing is, do I leave that? Or do I try and do just some black for the feelers? Let's just see. Perhaps I can put some. Let's try this. There we go. That's quite nice, isn't it? I'll put some twinkle on that as well. Maybe you should have had that bit as black as well. Let's see if I can do it. I just moved it, so I'm going to have to clean it off and reposition. I just want the bit at the bottom.